The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Blackjack, a jackalope folk warlock of sneaky Coyote.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Twitch Grimfoot, a rat folk necromancer.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Ziansi, a spiderkin rogue.
I'm Connor Shenold. I play Jaska, the Yote ranger.
I'm Ash King, and I am Sintra, Knoll Paladin of the Bone Mother.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Billy, a possum fighter, and I'm also your DM this time. Welcome to Tales from the Ironwoods.
But I don't have a tail.
You have met Leighton Goldenleaf, Princess of Autumn, Ducks of the Harvest, and Knight of the Golden Hour. You found him in an icicle, you saved him, and he has asked that you help find their love, Ophelia, who has been kidnapped by frogs. And in exchange, they have agreed to look for information about the key in the mansion and Twitch's nut. Leighton has described Ophelia to you to help find them. They are beautiful with hair of the golden sunset and a dress made of sunflowers because Ophelia is a sunflower fairy, specifically. They help the sunflowers bloom in late summer, early autumn. They have recommended that you go and search the frogs because before they were frozen, they heard the croaking of a frog. And they point to the south of where you guys are standing. It's through those trees to the south, there's a pond where the frogs congregate. I'm not sure how the Snowfrost Court compelled the frogs to work with them, but I fear for Ophelia. Please hurry, there's no time to lose. I can smell the frost on the breeze. And with that, they fly away in a northwest direction.
Sindra, if you'll help me find a way south, and do you want a survival check?
Surely.
A 19.
That's gonna do it. You can approach, and as you go along, Billy will pat Cintra's cheek and say,
Cintra, we are all small. We are all teeny. Not just Billy. Everybody teeny.
Yes.
You teeny too?
Yes.
Yes.
he's very pleased by the fact that everybody is so small. He's not the smallest. I mean, he is still the smallest.
Except for Mudman.
Except for Mudman, who is just a little droplet of mud at this point.
I'm trying really hard not to think about it, Billy.
Cintra, look at the grass! It is taller than you!
I'm trying really hard not to think about it!
Certainly gonna make our trip a little longer.
You are heading south. Jaska and Cintra are able to keep you guys pointed south with the sun rising in the east. And as you approach, you hear frog song, the varying croaks and splashes of frogs of all shapes and sizes. And you see cattails as tall and as thick as trees surrounding what you assume is water on the other side.
As we're going, I walk up to Cintra and I say, Cintra, something happened to me last night. I feel like I had actually gotten to contact the Fey Wild, and it touched me in a way that I realized that I have something special that maybe you might be able to use. And I cast a spell on you. It's called Gift of Alacrity.
Okay.
And for the next 8 hours, you have a 1d8 that you can add to your initiative roll.
Oh!
Wow.
Every time or just once?
Every time. For the next 8 hours. Every
Just something to remember. I think I've noticed that when we're in a fight, you are usually needed to be first. And so I think this might help you get a jump on the action. Not that you need to. I'm just saying that when we are in a fight, this will guarantee that you are first in line to take action.
Billy will lean over.
Shall we kill him for this impertinence?
No, Billy.
Twitch has his journal. The lore master helps Shenold without being told to. Useful.
And also, Jaska, next time you need to look around for tracks, just let me know. I might be able to help you out there as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Blackjack. I'm gonna help to find some frogs. Do we hear any croaking?
So you can hear it all on the other side of the cattails. I'm letting you guys decide whether you wanted to try to be sneaky or if you just kind of wanted to part them and walk through Aragorn style, what you kind of wanted to do.
I'm never sneaky. I just go.
I would like to
The rest of them can stealth if they want. I just go.
Ziansi will flank
Ziansi and I are
himself.
hiding as
Okay.
we go.
Give me a stealth check.
I'll stay with you, Sintra.
We are loud.
As we do that, I am asking for guidance from Sneaky Coyote to help stealth, if that's okay.
Nah.
19 for stealth.
And what'd you get?
Only an 11.
These cattails are like trees. Did you want to go between them or did you want to climb them?
Yes, Ziansi will go up. So Ziansi will grab a cattail and start scrambling up it, but is somehow loud. Or maybe
Well,
pops
give
up.
me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no. A 16.
So you climb up the cattails, and as you climb up, they are strong and sturdy like trees, but they are a grass, so that wiggles just a little bit, and pollen falls off the cattails. Maybe you sneeze a little bit. Maybe that's how you're a little bit too loud.
Perfect.
And I'm just making my way through.
Through the trees, or the cattails, so to speak.
I got 9.
You're finding it difficult to hide under a single leaf. You're used to a multi-leaf system.
Twitch is convinced he's doing just fine and is going under a leaf, up against the edge of a cattail. There's another leaf. He thinks he's doing great. No one can see.
As you come through the cattails and can see on the other side, there is a actually pond-sized pond. It's not a huge pond, but it is a pond. It's not a puddle. In the middle of the pond is a great tree that has kind of those roots that we see on trees, like banyan trees and stuff like that, where the roots kind of come up and create all these little hidey holes for all these frogs to live in. And frogs are everywhere. They're lying on the roots, they're lying on lily pads, they're eating or talking. You see some smaller adolescent frogs playing a jumping game. You see other frogs going in and out of the water. They don't seem worried about danger, and you don't see any kind of walls or guards. They just seem to be going about their lives normally. And the pond is covered in lily pads, so you can walk on the lily pads. That's how you're going to get around. And if somebody wants to give me a perception or an insight, you might see a little bit more detail.
15.
For perception?
Perception 21.
Great.
16.
16, what was your insight?
16 insight.
Okay, so on the far side of the pond, you notice a little brown frog sitting alone by a bunch of cattails, slowly picking a tune on a banjo. As you watch, a green frog approaches, seems to say something. The brown frog nods and then pushes aside the cattails for the green frog to pass by. And the green frog looks over his shoulders. The insight check gets you the vibe that he didn't want anyone to see him going into these cattails before disappearing inside.
My curiosity is piqued.
Best thing we could probably do is start to go talk to them, see if they've seen Ophelia at least.
I agree.
We hop across the lily pads to the closest frog.
2 questions. Number 1, are you being stealthy at all?
Sintra and I are not.
Number 2, are you going to the regular average Joe frog, or are you going towards the banjo frog?
Banjo frog.
Wonderful. Okay, so here's what I'm going to have everybody do. Are any of you stealthing?
Yes.
Okay, so my stealthers. I will say, Twitch, no dead foliage here. You're on a lily pad in the middle of a pond. So my stealthers, what I need you to do is to do me a dex saving throw, and then depending on how well you do on that, will determine how well your stealth is.
Oh no. Natural 1 on the dex save.
Okay, we're going to come to that in a minute.
I got way better than that.
You are not
6.
a water boatman.
No.
I got a 19. Does that save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Modified 5.
Here's the thing. These lily pads aren't super sturdy. And although Sintra and Jaska also wobble around, they're not trying to be sneaky. They're making a little noise, but that's okay. Blackjack, you have no problems hopping across these lily pads. Makes sense. Twitch and Xionsi, you guys fall off the lily pads into the pond.
General!
Blackjack! I can't swim! Blackjack!
I look at Jaska.
I'll go first.
You get the spider, and I will like reach down and try to grab for Twitch.
You can use athletics or acrobatics, and you can roll with advantage since your friends are helping you. It's a pretty low DC, and you have advantage, so to get back up on your lily pad.
Okay, 17.
19 for a 27.
Okay, yeah, you're both able to kind of get back up, and now that you have the feel of the lily pads, you think you can not fall again, maybe.
I just grab Twitch by like the scruff of the neck. Sure you don't want to ride on the shoulder?
Good job. You did great. You did wonderful.
Set him down on the lily pad.
Sintra, he looked like drowned rat.
Jaska can feel Xionsi like use like that sticky ability to actually like kind of clamber up your arms a little bit, using some extra stick.
She shudders.
So you're able to kind of cross the pond without drawing too much attention from the regular frogs who's trying to live their regular frog life. They decide it's not their problem. But the banjo frog does have his eye on you as you cross the pond.
And so we make our way over to him. Well, hello. Sorry for the commotion a little bit ago. We were wondering if you could maybe help us with something.
What do you want?
We're looking for a fairy by the name of Ophelia.
I don't know anything about any fairies. If you want to talk to Fad, you can leave a message and he'll get back to you in 7 to 10 business days.
Who did you say we needed to talk to?
Fad. P-H-A-D. Fad. Like I said, you can leave a message. He'll get back to you in 7 to 10 business days.
We don't have 7 to 10 business days. What is that? Is that some weird fae thing?
I've never heard of it.
I don't know anything about any fairies.
Insight.
Okay. What's his description?
It's only a 12.
Channel divinity, speaker of lies.
It's a wisdom saving throw for your channel divinity. You got a 12.
Okay, a 12 actually does save.
Oh, Xionsi got a natural 20 on insight.
Xionsi, this guy's lying. He knows something about some fairy somewhere. You aren't sure if that's actually Ophelia, but he's lying.
I whisper that to Jaska. I totally lying. See the way, like, the temple bulges a little bit with the blood vein? Totally lying. Something about fairies.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Murbin.
Mr. Murbin, we're really going to need to expedite that 7 to 10 business days. If you don't mind, we really wouldn't want to cause any trouble.
I pull my shoulders back, all full 7 inches.
Yeah, Jaska doesn't have to be intimidating when she's got Sintra right next to her.
Just slightly behind Jaska so she doesn't see, and I'm making murder eyes at Murbit.
We really wouldn't want to cause any trouble, you know?
Yeah, no trouble.
Do you want me to roll intimidation?
Yeah, with advantage, obviously.
That's going to be an 18.
So Murbib is going to put down his banjo on his lily pad next to him. And then as you watch, he does the thing with the frogs, and his throat gets real big, and then he lets out a very large croak. And just stands there and isn't going to attack you, so to say, but you get the idea that somebody inside has been alerted to your presence. The alarm has sounded.
Did you call for him to come chat with us?
Fad doesn't make appearances for nothing.
I don't think we're nothing. I think we all each have a purpose.
Listen, I don't know what you is, but you was causing problems in my pond, and I don't know, we can't really...
What problems were we causing? I apologize, but we're not trying to cause any problems.
Fad is having a meeting. You're trying to disrupt his meeting.
Well, if you'd have told us that, we would have waited here until his meeting was over, but you're saying 7 to 10 business days.
As you say all of those things, 4 other frogs come out of the doorway of the cattails, and they look to each other and look at you guys. You're very strange looking creatures. Murbib, what's the problem? One of them says to Murbib. And these guys, they don't want to wait the appropriate amount of time. I told them 7 to 10 business days. They don't want to wait. They want to interrupt Fad's meeting. They want to cause a ruckus in our pond. And I'm just trying to tell them that they can't cause a ruckus, and then they threaten me. This one yelled at me. That one cracked its knuckles at me and looked at me all intimidating, and the little thing
bared its teeth.
We'll bear a lot more if you don't tell us what's going on. You know something.
I know that my brother Fad is running a reputable business, and you're trying to cause problems with his businessin'. And they are going to all reach for their spears, and you guys can go ahead and roll initiative to fight these frogs. Blackjack.
14.
And you are stealthed. They do not see you.
Fabulous.
Twitch.
18.
Ziansi.
12.
Jaska.
21.
Sintra.
8.
The lily pads are 10 foot across, so in diameter. You've got 6 frog guys with spears. They are standing in front of the cattails where they kind of came through, and then you guys. They're all kind of bumped up together right now. They're all kind of bunched up. Jaska, you get to go first.
Again, I really feel like we could have kept talking about this and worked something out, but I guess not. I'm going to, on their little group, cast Fairy Fire. I need dexterity saving throw.
We're just going to do them in groups. So, group 1 got a nat 1.
Okay, that's a fail.
So 3 of them light up. The other group got a 7.
That also fails.
They're all glowing.
They all glow a nice orange to kind of separate them out from all the greens around them.
How many total frogs are there?
6, including Murbib.
Okay, so he's also glowing.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody outside is glowing. You are led to believe that Fad is not with them.
Right.
So there is another frog somewhere else.
Yeah.
Presumably inside. Anything else you want to move or...
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Twitch.
I'm going to fire on Merp Derp.
Murbib.
Yeah, that one. Hey, that sound that you cried out earlier, that didn't sound too good. Are you feeling well? Ray of Sickness. Nat 20.
Yeah.
14 and a Constitution saving throw.
Does he still need to do the Constitution saving throw if he's dead?
Killed him in one shot.
Now, who wants to get his brother out here? Now. And I will move over behind Sintra.
So as Twitch kind of, releases from his hand this ray of sickness, hits Murbib square in the chest. He falls back, and as he does so, he kind of reaches out and grabs his nearest brother, and he says, "Blowflip, avenge me!" As he says this, you see the ray of sickness hits Murbib full on and kind of also ricochets and hits a little bit of Blowflip as well. So you imagine that Blowflip also took a little bit of damage because you super killed Murbib.
Does he want to give me a con save?
He will give you a
Okay.
con save. 18?
Yeah, that's okay. He's not poisoned. Now, yes, which one of you is going to get Fad out here?
They're not going to respond to you. Blackjack.
All right, the one that got hit, Blowflip, I'm going to attack him with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Stop.
This warlock, I'm telling you.
That would be 12 points of force damage.
Okay, so you hit Blowflip, and he staggers back with this force damage and kind of falls into the arms of his brother. As he falls back and says, "Boglip, avenge me!" he throws his arms up and kind of hits Boglip in the face, and Boglip also takes some damage. Boglip holds on to Blowflip and then just kind of tosses him on top of Murbib's body. And you're creating a pile of dead frogs.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons and Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
Dead frogs, 1 injured, 3 untouched. Ziansi.
We're going to try to keep doing the dominoes. And so Ziansi from his back hip pulls out with a crack 2 whips and flings a whip at the injured one.
His name is Boglip.
Natural 20!
Stop picking up my frogs!
That's fantastic.
My poor frogs. Yeah, you hit him. Poor Boglip.
20 points of damage.
Blowflip flies back, says, Boglip, avenge me. Hits Boglip in the face. Ziansi comes through with his whips, absolutely decimates Boglip. Boglip falls. As he falls, his brother jumps in and tries to catch and save his brother, and the whip catches this frog across the face and absolutely decimates him. And one of the 2 remaining frogs says, Trompilf, no! To be clear, we have 4 dead frogs, 2 living frogs. They haven't even had a turn yet.
That worked better than I thought.
At this point, from the cattails, pushes them to a side, you see another frog enter the fray. He is bigger than his brothers. This is clearly Vad. He sees the 4 dead frogs in front of him, and he puffs up like frogs do. Now, who in the whole wide water are you, and why are you coming into my pond and killing my brothers? And he's gonna go ahead and attack. He didn't see anybody attack anybody, so he doesn't know how absolutely lethal you guys have been. So he's going to just pick the biggest one, Sintra, and try to attack, but Billy will come in with protection, hold out his shield, and so he will roll with disadvantage. Oh, and Billy really helped you out there. And he's gonna miss. He gets 2 attacks. So he's gonna try again. Billy can only give protection on 1, so maybe he'll hit this time. And well, I assume he does. Hold on. Yes, he does, because that's over 20. Yeah. So, as he puffs up, he pulls out a glaive and kind of slashes out at Sintra. Billy is able to parry with his shield the first time, but as he comes back the other way, Sintra is left vulnerable on that side. So, he will do a little bit. He's going to do 7 slashing damage, and that is his turn, and it is Billy's turn. How dare you! You hurt Sintra! Oh no! Billy misses. So Billy comes out with his short sword and makes a swipe at Fad as he leaps off of Sintra's shoulder, but just absolutely misses him. Fad kind of leans to the side. So now, well, it would be Group 2's turn to attack, but you killed them all.
Oh, no.
Sintra, it is your turn.
Hooray! So that means I get to whop this frog back. I will pull forth the cudgel.
Sintra, he very scary frog.
It's fine. I'm not scared of no frog. However, I only get a 7.
It's gonna miss.
Yep.
So as you swipe out with your cudgel, he kind of leans the other way than he did from Billy, and you miss him on that side. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So my 2 remaining frog boys, one's going to try to attack Xionsi, and one is going to try to attack Blackjack. The one that attacked Blackjack, but the one that attacked Xionsi probably hit with a 19.
Yep.
He comes at you with his frog teeth bared, and this is when you learn frogs have teeth. And he does 2 bludgeoning damage on that bite, but they do get a multi-attack, so he's also going to try to hit you with his spear. And his spear got a 17.
That's also a hit.
4 piercing damage with his spear. And then Blackjack, the one that tried to bite you, is now going to try to hit you with his spear, but he missed with an 8. And these 2 are going to kind of shout, Fed, they killed Murbib, they killed Boglip, and they killed Blowflip and Trompilf. And Fad kind of looks at them and says, it's okay, Boldiff and Kevin. We will avenge our brothers! And we are back to Jaska.
So I am right next to Sintra, so Fad is right next to me.
Yep.
Jaska will pull out her short sword and try and make an attack. Modified 21.
Yes, you will hit Fad.
5 points of piercing damage. You all watch as Blueberry speeds in, comes closer to Fad, and I need him to give me a strength saving throw.
17.
Okay.
He is strong.
And then Blueberry kind of wilts.
You're attacking me with blends now.
You should have sent in mistletoe.
I should have.
Twitch, it's your turn.
I know you're not going to believe this, but we just want to talk. Just looking for information. Your brothers got scared, told the dead.
Yeah.
Does he need to do a throw?
Yes, he does. Wisdom, please.
He's not very wise, so we'll see.
Fail it for me.
You should be like, I can
Oh, we
bring
got a
your
nat
brothers back.
1.
Oh my God, seriously?
Yeah.
So that ups it to 1d12 since he has already been hurt for a whopping 4 points of necrotic damage. So whenever you're ready to listen, so are we.
You have to wait the requisite 7 to 10 business days. Blackjack, it is your turn.
So I've got somebody on me.
Yes, Kevin attacked you.
So I am going to reach into the Fey ability that I had gotten overnight, and I am going to bonus action Misty Step 30 feet away from him, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast him. 11.
No, sorry. You shoot out the Eldritch Blast, and you're small, and so it doesn't go quite as far as you expect it to.
Yes. I'm going to jump 34 more feet away from him.
Okay.
So I'm as far away from the group as possible.
Xionsi.
The one that attacked me, was that Fad or someone else?
That's Boldiff.
That was Boldiff. Xionsi's first whip probably misses with a 14.
Just misses.
All right.
Just
and
barely.
Then the second whip, non-lethal, 22. 10 points of damage.
So he had exactly 10 health points left.
Sweet, unconscious.
So he falls, is still breathing,
Awesome.
but is down. So after Xionsi is Fad's turn, so he is going to do his bonus action first. You see his throat sac swells. He looks you dead in the eye, Sintra, and emits this loud croak. And I need a DC 12 wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 4.
You are charmed until the end of Fad's next turn.
Guys, he seems like a really nice guy.
And then he is going to attack Jaska with his glaive here, since Jaska did damage to him. And he does get 2 attacks with his glaive, so let's roll them both at the same time. Oh, that was almost a thing, but a nat 1 will miss. And then I bet a 7 misses too.
Yes.
So he comes around and tries to hit Jaska first one way and then the other, but Jaska, you're able to kind of duck and then hop and avoid this glaive, and it looks really cool. And that is Fad's turn. Billy says, "Consent is key! How dare you take Sintra's mind!"
No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it, Billy.
No, you be manipulated!
No, it's okay.
Mudman attack! So he is going to attack with the help from Mudman. Mudman's going to kind of fly around Fad's head and try to distract him while Billy goes for the feet with his little tiny sword.
Billy's just jealous.
Billy crit. So he's also going to use one of his superiority die, but let's see how much damage he does with the sword from the stone first. So he does 11 damage with his sword, and then he is also going to use a superiority die to try to trip attack Fad. So Fad is going to do a DC 12 strength saving throw. And passes with a 16. So he is not tripped, but Billy's gonna go ahead and action surge, try to hit him again, since Sintra is clearly under the weather, clearly being manipulated. This is no Sintra! And misses. So, Billy comes in, Mudman flies around Fad's head. Fad's looking around distracted by this blob of mud flying around. Billy goes in, tries to trip him with his sword, but being used to the lily pads, Fad is able to keep his feet. And that is Billy's turn. Group 2 is dead. Sintra, you are charmed. Group 1 is only Kevin. So Kevin is going to try to hit probably Billy, because Billy just did a heck of a lot of damage. Because Blackjack is really far away. But Zianzi did just kill his brother. True. We'll do a D4. Odds he'll go for Jaska, evens he'll go for Zianzi. And that's a 4. So he's going for Zianzi. So he's going to multi-attack, one with his bite and one with his spear. His bite will be a dirty 20. Oof. And his spear is only a 7.
That's a miss.
So with his bite, 5 bludgeoning damage with his little frog teeth.
I'm wrong.
And he rushes in and he says, "Boldif, I avenge you!" And he comes in and bites Zianzi on your arm. We are back up to Jaska.
How is Fad looking?
He's not bloodied yet.
So I'll do another attack on him. Not bloodied, but go ahead and make it non-lethal.
Okay.
17.
Misses. He's got an 18. He's wearing this bark armor.
Since it's just Kevin up, I'll drop Fairy Fire. Bonus action on myself, I'll cast Zephyr Strike, which allows me to move without provoking opportunity attacks.
Yeah, it's such a cool spell.
30 feet away.
Twitch.
Guys, it's fine. Stop being mad at Fad.
You know what I think? I think I don't like his brothers. And I flick, and 2 magic missiles come flying out and do a big swirl, and one flies to Kevin. 2 points of damage, and the other flies in for 10.
So the first one doesn't really hit Kevin all the way, just kind of like ding, singes the top of his head. The other one hits Fad pretty solidly, and Fad starts breathing a little heavier. He looks pretty messed up.
And then I poke Sintra with a claw and go, "Hey, whose side are you on?
Stop!
Get in there!
Stop!"
Blackjack.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action Hex on Fad and Eldritch Blast. 13.
Zianzi.
Yeah.
It is your turn.
All right. Zianzi, sneak attack on Fad. A modified 27
Oh yeah, definitely.
for 19 points of non-lethal.
You hit Fad with your whips.
Yeah,
Okay, so you come in.
with one of them. The other one's coming in just a second.
Oh, go ahead. Go for it.
Oh, natural 1. Dang it.
Okay, so you come in with your whips and you get one kind of around his arm really good. Really hurts him, and you were focusing on that and very excited about this and kind of missed the other one. And Thad is looking really rough. It is his turn. So at the end of his turn, Cintra's charm will be released. But before that, he's going to go ahead and try to attack Ziansi for absolutely decimating. One is probably going to miss with an 11.
Yep.
Yeah. The other one is 19. Though,
that hits.
With his glaive. So he comes in once, he kind of woofs over your head. But he comes in at the feet and catches you there. 8 slashing damage. And Billy is going to go ahead and rush in again. He's going to get advantage from Mudman. He is doing lethal damage because the last time he did non-lethal damage, he missed.
No, wait, no! Target him!
Mudman comes in clutch here, and so he is going to hit with a over 20 for only 5 damage, and he is hanging on by a thread. Cintra.
We need him alive, Billy.
All right. I'm going to use that inspiration you gave me.
Yes.
That's only a 9.
Yeah, misses. Kevin is still standing. Kevin is going to... Let's have him come in on Billy. Both actually will miss. So he comes in with his bite and his spear. He tries to get at Billy, but Billy's just too scrabbly. Scrabbling around. And he can't quite get it. But Fat is still up. Kevin is still standing. But we're going to have to see what happens next time.
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Ironwoods is Kiri Hester as Billy and our Dungeon Master, Connor Shenold as Jaska, Brooke Bullock as Ziansi, Johnny Payne as Twitch, Ash King as Cintra, and I'm Michael Cross as Blackjack. Special thanks to our Silver Star Paladin patron Shenanigans Unplugged. The showrunner for Campaign 2 is Aidan Cross. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician PJ Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com, Sirenscape, and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. If you enjoy the new campaign of Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we travel farther into the Ironwoods.
In exchange, they have agreed to look for information about the key in the mansion and Twitch's nut.
For DM purposes, we don't find it.
No. It's not in here at all, so.
Good.
That's all I'm saying is that's a very long, unusual amount of time for a meeting to be taking place.
And as you argue with this frog...
Could I see your manager?
We activated Karen mode with Jaska!
And then they threaten me. And the frogs all kind of look at you.
We did no such thing. Check your security system.
Full Karen. Are you recording this? I'm recording this.
Ooh, and I'm going to use my Trash Pals notebook. Keep track of everybody. You guys are going to kill these guys before you learn their names, but let me tell you, their names are excellent.
You yell them out in their death throes.
Yes.
How dare you
No, my brother!
My brother.
Blowflip, avenge me!
Michael just spit all over me.
And
at least I wasn't drinking. There was a moment.
There was 1 second away from me being sprayed.
That could have been spectacular.
Thad kind of looks at them and says, "It's okay, Boldiff and Kevin." We will.
Kevin's the one they bully the most, right?
You're just slapped in the face with a word. That just happened.
We will avenge our brothers!
How do you feel about the optional disarm rules?
I don't know what you're talking about, so...
No.
Dang. Okay, then I guess it's just death.
You could go non-lethal.
Well, that's true.
Why start now?
No. The second whip, non-lethal, 22.
I need you to explain to me how you non-lethal a whip.
It just, on the surface.
Like with a sword, you're hitting him with like the butt of your sword.
Yeah.
How are you?
You slap him on the ass.
Slap him on the hit him
It
on
whips
the
around
across the
and
throat.
catches him in sensitive places that hurt like the dickens.
Falls and says, Kevin! I'm sorry we left you at home that time and went to Paris without you.
I thought he was going to rage. I'm like, holy crap, a raging bullfrog. I'm here.
That would be awesome.
You are charmed until the end of Fad's next turn.
Guys, he seems like a really nice guy. I like
we
him.
can talk it out.
Well, then talk some sense into him.
We can wait the 7 to 10 business days. I mean, what are we really doing?
It's that royalty to royalty connection.
Sintra, you are charmed.
Da da dee da doo da.
So you're just kind of hanging out.
And Eldritch Blast. 13.
Especially now that you're 60 feet away and you're small and your magic, you don't understand the math of it, but your magic proportionally shrank.
It's
and
60 inches, but I'm not sure 60. I don't understand this.
Some weird Pythagorean theorem nonsense.
Right.
I can't figure any of this out. I might as well go hand to hand.
Sneaky Coyote is just laughing somewhere off in the background with a bucket of popcorn.
He's fighting a frog.
Oh, I hope he reaches in to get a piece and it's the pop kernel and it hurts his teeth.
He's a god. It's always perfectly popped.
Mm-hmm.